So, Tony has a few things to say.
Yeah, hi, this is Tony. Yeah. So, from my point of view, this is where what I think about the science of glyphosate or GMO or other herbicides. This is what I think. And what I think is, for every article that you can come out from a scientist or from somewhere that shows herbicide A, B or C is bad for us or bad for the ecology, the other side, the pro-industrial agriculture, pro-GMO, pro-pesticide people will come out with 10 articles to say they are not bad. They will not say anything if you are not famous. If you don't raise enough noise, they'll simply ignore you. But once you start becoming important, when more and more people start listening to you, when it starts going to the ministers and so on, to the government, then the other side comes out with 10 times the information for every one that you have. And in science, you can always have two sides of an argument and let the chips fall where they may. But if the sheer numbers is overwhelming on the other side, the assumption is that it's not so safe, it's not so unsafe, it is okay. Some guys are going berserk about it, that let them go berserk. I mean, we have enough information that it's okay. This is where we are at this moment. This is my information, you don't have to believe it. And there is a reason why it is like this. It's no magic. Today, every science institution that can check the quality and safety of GMOs and herbicides, every one of them are controlled by the biotech industry. Well, as far as I understand the law, it is illegal for a government to release any product while withholding its safety data. Any product.
Exactly.
But they are doing it for glyphosate and they are doing it for some GMOs. And they are not saying they will not release it, because when I asked for it legally, they didn't say that I don't have a right to see it, but they're finding excuses to delay the matter, hoping I will die of old age. So essentially, the government is breaking the law by using a technology whose safety has not been disclosed to the people. According to me, they're breaking the law.
Exactly.
According to me, this is not something we can win by court cases. Every court case against Monsanto all over the world have always resulted in Monsanto winning the real one in the Supreme Court. Always. And there is a reason for it. I will tell you what is the reason. Monsanto and those biotechnology companies and the makers of these herbicides, they do not break the law. That is why you cannot defeat them in court. What do? They influence and corrupt the government and make them change the law to suit the way they do their business. That is why you cannot defeat them. The real culprit is the government who is betraying the interest of the people and changing the law to suit those corporations. The real joker in the pack is the government. And again, is it their fault? No, it is your and my fault. In a democracy, you are supposed to be in charge of the government. You do not plead with the politician, please look at this and please. No, he is your servant, he is a public servant. You are supposed to tell him, you are not supposed to give him science. That is how I look at it. Because if I give him a piece of science, he produces another 10 to show that I am wrong. I am interested to tell him that you have no right to even make decision on whether GMO is good or bad. You are supposed to follow the instruction of the people. I represent the people. I tell you, ban this item. End of story. This will not happen if Tony Mitra alone says it. This will not happen if me and Richard Miller says it. But if 10 million Canadians say it, overnight all this will get over. Irrespective of what any scientist says anywhere, overnight it will change. This is where, according to me, the real crux of the matter is. Well, you get the gist, and that ends our talk yesterday at Richard Miller's place.